Hi folks, this is Jay and hope you're okay today. I just wanted to make a video. Enough is enough part 2. I wanted to put some records straight and say things, and I just want to say a couple of things really. First of all, I'm a Bible man. I believe the Bible and I believe in the gospel, and that's an absolute fact. That's what I believe. I'm not a fake. Everybody should know that I'm a Bible man. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I fail. But when I was on YouTube, I'm not pretending to be a follower of Jesus. I follow Jesus. I follow him, and I believe in him. I have made mistakes on YouTube. Um, I've made a few mistakes, but I can honestly say that whatever mistakes I've made, I was never malicious, and I was never, I was never, I never did anything that wasn't sincere. You know, if I made mistakes, they were not mistakes out of maliciousness. They were genuine mistakes. Um, but I did make some mistakes. Having said that, I do think that the atheist community have an unhealthy interest in me. I only have to appear on a show like Rand Campbell's show, and all hell breaks loose. I mean, if you look at the just Google Jason Burns, you'll find at least 3 or 4 videos made about me, all within a day of me appearing on Rand Campbell's show. He's a Christian, but you have an unhealthy interest in me, and that unhealthy interest has led you to make slanderous accusations, such as Fiona, about her slanderous accusation about her children, which no evidence has been presented about for the whatever I've said has affected her children. No evidence for the effect of her children has been presented. There is evidence about me saying about stalking, because I am quite happy to say that the number of atheists out there who I would call internet stalkers, who have followed Christians around and stalked. So there's evidence for that, but there's no evidence to connect me with her children, and that's a horrendous accusation. And that kind of horrendous accusation has caused me a lot of mental suffering, and has led an atheist to come into Manchester and been totally irresponsible first time. I could have been seriously injured. Other people could have been seriously injured, and that person came into town again. And this person is a friend of Fiona's, and this person tried to hit me, and there are witnesses there to actually show that this is the case. When slanderous accusations are being made like that, and when you're getting people who are obviously not in the right faculties doing things like that on the streets of a city, when you have 4 archive channels by the atheist community on me, and many Google Hangouts in the past where you've been attacking me as a person, attacking my depression, then it's not reasonable to continue on YouTube. It's just mental cruelty and mental torture that you're doing to me as atheist community. And you're able to cover your tracks because there are people like Andy Jack and Fiona and Geek who come across as Christians, but actually they're on your side. Actually they're on the side of these people who are involved in what I would call mental cruelty. You know, Andy Jack, you had a Google Hangout about me yesterday. I was not there to defend myself. That was 100% stabbing me in the back. I was not there to defend myself, and you had a Google Hangout. You said it wasn't about attacking me, but you had a full Google Hangout where it was about discussing me and I wasn't there. JD Kane had a full Google Hangout and I wasn't there to defend myself. And you've done that as an atheist community year in, year out, making your accusations and attacking me when I've not been there to defend myself. If I do go there to defend myself, you're always team-handed. You always got about 10 people with you. I think the reason why you like that is because you know that I'm the real deal. You know that for all my frailty, for all my mistakes, for all my weaknesses, you know that I'm the real deal, and I frighten you. I frighten you because you know that I teach the truth. You know that I preach the real gospel. You know that I'm the real deal. And so you'll stop at nothing to try and destroy me. You'll stop at nothing to try and slander me and stop me from teaching the truth. Now I know that I antagonized you for a couple of years, 4 or 5 years, where I attacked atheism, and you're justified in coming back at me and being robust and coming against me. I don't mind that, but you didn't do that. What you did is you ganged up on me, about 10 of you. I would call you the Rat Pack. Wayne Hudson, Jim Gardner, Alex Borton, Fiona Robertson, Fiona, and a number of you atheists. I would call you the Rat Pack. And you all ganged up on me, the Captain Awesome crew, Lenator, Cliff Jumper. You were all what I would call the Rat Pack. And you all ganged up on me. And you ganged up on me. It wasn't like one individual. You ganged up on me. And this Fiona slander was part of, not Cliff Jumper, but the others who came up with this slander to try and silence me. So Lenatoy, Captain Awesome crew, Jim Gardner, Alex Borton, and Fiona, and Wayne Hudson, and many others who were with you. You know, one day you'll be exposed for what you've done. And I just want to say that if you ever are exposed, I will bear no malice or bitterness towards you. I forgive you even to this day. But I want you to know that when you are exposed for this malicious slander, I just want to say this, that you caused me tremendous emotional and physical harm. And I'm not prepared to go on YouTube when you're getting to the point where I just make an appearance on Rand Campbell's show and you basically have a fit where you're making videos, having Google Hangouts about me and all the rest of it. It's just not normal. I'm not Elvis. I'm not Michael Jackson. I'm just Jay. The reason why you react like that is because you're scared. You're frightened. You're frightened that because you know that I'm the real deal. For all my weaknesses, and I admit that I have weaknesses, I have failures, I've made mistakes. You know I'm the real deal, and you can't face that. And so the way to deal with me is to try and destroy me by a horrendous slander. So in the future, Andy Jack, if you do a Google Hangout about me, I'd stop it. Same with you, JD Kane. Same with you, Fiona. Same with you, Alex Borton. I just can't continue on YouTube because years ago when it was with the Magic Sandwich Show, it was all tongue-in-cheek with Ozzy and the Magic Sandwich Show. It was still a bit of a laugh, even though we were antagonists. It was just a bit of a laugh. Everybody knew where the line was, Everybody knew where the line was, and you didn't cross that line. But you, the rest of you atheists, following after that, you crossed that line, and you crossed it by encouraging a guy to go into Manchester trying to film me. Then when he comes in, I know you'll say you didn't encourage him, but he must have got the idea from somewhere. He comes in, he films it, he comes back, and there were a group of atheists on the Captain Awesome show, and you encouraged this guy to put that video on. That video nearly caused me a breakdown. It nearly caused me to have a breakdown. And that's the kind of thing that you got up to, Leonard Orr. You talk about taking responsibility. Well, you need to take responsibility. It's no good trying to go off and diversify and make yourself look nice by hanging around Christopher Mouty. The same with you, Jim Gardner. You have to take responsibility as well. And that's why I'm not prepared to go on YouTube anymore. I'm not prepared to be abused like that. I'm not prepared to be abused. If you've got issues, you should keep it on YouTube, and you should just make your videos on YouTube, and you should leave it like that. But if you're making horrendous accusations, slanderous accusations, where you've provided no evidence, and then it leads to things happening on the streets, then you've crossed a line. And I think the reason why you've crossed that line, and you continue to cross that line, is because you've not got any focus on reality, that you're not really rooted in reality. This accusation, I did have a word with the police about it. The police said they don't deal with slander, so they regarded the slander of Fiona as slander, and as something not worth bothering about, because it's coming from silly atheists who are just doing silly things on the internet. But your silly slander caused a guy to come into Manchester and film me, and it nearly caused me to have a nervous breakdown. So you have to recognise that that's why I'm not coming back on YouTube. And I'm not coming back on YouTube because I'm not prepared to experience those kind of things again. And if you're ever exposed for this, Fiona, I want to say to you, I don't want anything to happen to you. I think I would ask anybody just to leave Fiona alone. I would ask just to let her be happy, and I'd say just get on with your debates, forget about it. But I hope that one day someone will expose you in the atheist community for what you've done, because it's caused me a lot of pain and a lot of hurt and a lot of suffering, and it was filmed in Manchester. You know, we're not talking about what you're saying. You're saying things, we can't verify it. We can't verify what's happened to your children through me. There's no verification. There's no connection between me and your children. There's no evidence for that. But we can verify what happened in Manchester because one of your mates filmed it, and it's there. And there was a mother and there was a child who came up to Cliffjumper and this another atheist, and they abused the mother and the child verbally. All that's on video. So it's all on video, okay? So I'm just saying that I've gone through so much trauma, and if I ever just get in touch with the atheist on the internet, or if I just go and go on a Christian show like Rand Campbell, all hell breaks loose because you have an unhealthy interest in me. And I can't just get on quietly doing my videos without every now and again it flaring up, and I'm just not prepared to undergo that anymore. And you know, stop having hangouts, Google Hangouts about me when I'm not there. That goes to Andy Jack, JD Kane, and everybody else. You know, if you can't face me man to man, then just leave me alone. So those are my thoughts. That's why I'm not coming back on YouTube. I'm not prepared to go to experience that kind of abuse again. and I had Jim Gardner to cope with and others as well, and I'm not going to do it again.